Hello and welcome to Eduleader Speak series presented by Education World. Today we have with us Ms. Girija Mohan. She is the director of SVKM Schools. SVKM, which was conceptualized as early as in the 1930s, is a public charitable trust. SVKM has developed a large educational complex in Vile Parle in suburban Mumbai and has spread its wings to several other metro cities, including Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Chandigarh, Ahmedabad, Navi Mumbai, and several other places. Ms. Girija has been holding the reins of this institution as the director since 2018. Previously, she served as the principal CNM School Vile Parle West from 2007 to 2017. The school takes pride spontaneous leader and an able administrator. She holds a BA in English Literature from Madras University and a B.Ed degree in English and History from Bangalore University. She was trained in leadership in IIM Kolkata and in Harvard under Howard Gardner on multiple intelligence. Welcome, Ms. Girija.
Thank you and good evening.
Thank you. The country's education system, like we all know, has pretty much undergone a metamorphosis since the COVID-19 pandemic happened. What are some significant changes you're seeing among children over the past couple of months since they've started returning to school?
So what I want to say is that children basically are very happy to get back to school because what they like doing best is all back again in their life. Okay. The peers, the friends that they meet, the sports, the other activities, the hands-on experience with everything. School life is something that, is so important for each one and so different for each one.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I want to say to you that they're very, very happy to come back. Now, the adults are worried as to how they are going to get back into that routine, that discipline of studying, of, following periods one after the other.
Correct.
And how do they adjust their mind? It's not like the online studies. The online was fun. They could switch off and switch on whenever they felt like.
Correct.
They can't do this in real life, right? But I think our teachers they have been trained to address all these issues. And they've handled the first 15 days beautifully.
Absolutely.
I want to tell you that teachers are made of such qualities. Many times, you don't have to keep training them. These are qualities that come from within you, within self, and they put it to test. It's a success story as far as teacher and schools concerned. Now, the next question on your mind must be, what worries them is when that examination time comes. How am I going to fare? Will it be all same? I heard some teachers say they've forgotten how to write. They don't want
Absolutely.
to write.
I was getting to that because a lot of children, are writing exams after a break of 2 long years. Yeah. So it must be a very different experience for them. And, at this point in time, what sort of orientation do you think needs to be given to?
I think the first group of people we have to orient and teach are the parents.
Okay.
Everybody needs to have patience. Okay. The teacher, the parent, the school is the authority which is going to lead this.
Got it.
But many parents become educationists all of a sudden. Now that doesn't work. You're just talking about one child. We are talking about 40 kids in a class.
Correct.
Okay. So one kind of a thought needs to go in. You have patience. You just follow the system. Don't worry about exams and promotions and failures. These are words that you have created, right? So let's go step by step, day by day. There are so many months, right? And the school, a progressive school, the team will sit together and plan this year. Let's divide it into 2. This is what we've done in our schools. Okay. Not just CNM, but also all our schools in Shirpur, all our CBSE schools. So we are not in a hurry to test kids and move them to the next class. So we divide the months. The first few months are all about bridging. That which you have missed, what is a link to the next class? Work upon it.
Correct. So, now that we're talking about parental pressure as one aspect, peer pressure is another aspect. So one change or behavioral pattern we're noticing among students of late is that, a lot of students are running away from home and they're exhibiting a very severe behavior patterns, behavior changes. So, what are some ways in which you're dealing with such stress among students in your schools?
Yeah. Now, again, I go back. When you say this, it's not like the 20 kids are doing it. Out of 10, 4 may be doing it, 3 may be doing it. They're doing it because there's some trouble happening at home.
Okay.
Okay, that's the pressure. And kids don't want to see. I don't know if you are a pet lover, okay? Pets also pets in your home. If you talk in a very high pitch and argue with each other, they get restless. Now, my focus is only on the kids. Right? Before the school reopens or during school functioning, once the pandemic is over, we had parent orientation class-wise.
Okay.
And one thing that we drilled in was don't worry about promoting, don't worry about the child, how will he tackle a question paper, how will he do this, how will he do that. Just flow with us. This is for all age groups.
So I think yet another, significant development that's happening in the field of education is the implementation of the National Education Policy 2020. So one, what is your take on it? Second, how happy are you with the implementation strategy?
So we did schooling right through in one school, and then we straight away went into college. So for me, it is not very hard to understand this. This understanding is for today's parent, the millennium kids. Right? Any change is going to disturb, right? The policy is fantastic, but
Okay.
how we understand it and how we implement it is important.
Okay.
Now we will see it all working in another 5-6 years. We are looking at the whole of India. We are not just looking at our school. Our school has the infrastructure to have 11th and 12th in the school. Right? The age norms, yes, we've changed it quickly. Teacher training programs have doubled up. Are you following? So
Yes.
Things are falling into place, but the result you'll have to wait and see. We'll see the whole thing happening. And it's not frightening. I think it's welcoming. And
Okay.
I think it is good. It's good.
Okay.
It's not going to harm us. It's only going to lead us forward.
So, can you share some new projects or expansion plans that are in the pipeline as far as SVKM is concerned?
See, SVKM, all across their schools, they're all progressive thinkers. Okay. So the new programs that come in, it comes in from the principal, his reading, his exposure to other schools and what he wants to bring in. I don't know how many of you watch TED shows. Okay.
Okay.
TED. And over there, they have got beautiful videos on teacher, on schooling, on education. The last one that I saw was by Bill Gates, because they're also trying to do a lot of survey on education and how to improve it in the US. Okay. There I saw something which I want to bring into my schools, which is not difficult.
Okay.
Now we say that each teacher, her lesson and herself has to be assessed in a year to know how progressive she is. And what do we do? Our assessment patterns also need to change. Okay. Now, post-COVID, something that we've learned is to use these online technology.
Okay.
Right? So when a teacher is using this, she's also watching herself. Who best is the right person to tell you how you can bring improvement in that classroom is yourself. Now, if I stand outside and observe the teacher and tell her this, it may be a positive feedback, but then it gets a little monotonous when it comes the second time. Every teacher needs to record her lessons, correct it, make it more interesting, and then move forward and share it. And our organization is ever ready. We are supporting them. We support them in all this. We provide what they require, as long as the children at the end get the best.
So one book on education that you recommend every educationist to read?
Not particularly education. Alice in Wonderland. Must read. Must read. Animal Farm. Must read.
Okay.
Oh, so many of your management theories come from this. Education comes from it. Teachers, please read it.
Okay. One Nobel laureate that you admire?
Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah. Can you describe your leadership style in one word?
I don't have one particular style. I could say that after reaching where I am today, right? I may be a mix of all the good leadership that happens. So if you have listening skills, sharp listening skills, but you need to be firm about what you say too.
Okay.
And you need to build trust. I believe in teamwork, and I guess that's how I've gone ahead.
Okay. Okay. Those were some really interesting replies from your end. Thank you so much for being with us, Ms. Girija. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you.
Thanks.